I guess so. That was I think the year was this year.
No.
It's the 45th.
I was just said they always say 45 years.
Always, every year, yeah.
No, every Monday Night Football this
Yeah,
year.
I think. I don't know.
Yeah, they said it. I've seen it. When the Niners played.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right. Monday Night Football, 49ers. That's all you saw.
That's it. Let me get on Tampa this real quick.
I think they do it 10, 20, 25, 50, the 30th, 500.
Second.
It's a random number. 72.
Will the NFL last 100 years? Man, the NFL will go down as our generation's weird game everyone loved. Kind of how
That Peru ball is gonna take over.
dodgeball was with human heads, and that was or gladiators. Gladiators was a normal thing that happened.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Do you think the world will just become super safe? It'll just the sports game will just be that game where people just run around a giant ball
Like that,
to each other.
that episode of South Park where they had to wear the helmets and.
Yeah, all right, let's start the podcast. All right, y'all, what is up? It is me, JP, and the crew, also hard podcast. This is December 1st, week 13.
14.
14. 13?
Going into week 14.
Yeah.
We're going to be talking about week 13. A couple of things that we could talk about. Right now, we're watching the Dolphins and the Jets. Jets taking care of business, like I told you guys they would.
They're up by one score.
A lot of game left.
Dolphins have the ball. So, not over yet.
So, a couple of things we could talk about. Thanksgiving. How's everybody's Thanksgiving?
Fat and happy.
Yep, that was amazing.
Amazing. Full.
Yeah, there we go. Full.
Run, Tannehill, run!
Oh my
God.
Yes. So yeah, Thanksgiving games.
First game.
Bears and Bears got.
What game? I don't know what you're talking about. The Bears didn't play, did they? No.
The Lions played. The
They
Bears
just
did.
played themselves.
Yeah.
I think it's just Megatron. Like the Bears versus Megatron.
Yeah. It was awful.
So yeah,
Awful game.
Megatron basically took over that game and just balled the hell out.
Same with Matt Stafford, man. Matt Stafford, all of a sudden he's like, oh, it's against the Bears? Let me just throw the best game of my entire life. Suck all year. Oh, Bears, Thanksgiving? Sure, I'll ball out.
Yeah, because when in the morning when I turned on the TV, the Bears was winning. I was like, oh, yeah,
Right?
cool. And then I went to help family do stuff with the TV again. I was like, did I miss something? What just happened?
And also the Bears could never score.
I know. But go Bears this week.
Yeah, Alshon Jeffries had started off nice, got a couple touchdowns, just good. And then Megatron was just like, oh yeah, scored a bunch of touchdowns.
He's the best number 2 wide receiver.
Megatron?
No.
Jeffrey.
He's number 1.
Well, see, that's the thing is there's no number 1. Marshall and Jeffrey are interchangeable. And then you have Forte that also is a top wide receiver, even though he's a running back.
Yeah.
So it's there's so many options. There isn't a number 1 on the Chicago Bears.
So it makes you wonder, why the fuck are the Bears doing anything right now?
Because of Kyler.
I think I could argue the best number 2 could also be Golden Tate or Cobb from the Packers.
Ooh.
Yeah, but because when Megatron was down, Golden Tate was picking up some slack as the number 1. So
I think the thing with Golden Tate, he's had so much success with the Lions, and Common Johnson hasn't been there all year, but I don't know. He's good. Don't get me wrong. I saw him a bunch in Seattle, and I just played him a lot. But I just think, fumble, Dolphins recover. But no, I think the reason why Golden Tate was so good because he has Megatron on the other side. You know what I mean? But I'm not taking anything. I know, like I said, I know he's been injured all year, but I don't know. I just think he's. Yeah. I would much rather go with Alshon Jeffries as a number 2 wide receiver.
I mean, when Megatron was out, they had over all the games that when Megatron was out, Golden Tate had over 100 yards. So
I think just
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Was he the only target though?
in the Lions offense, who else did they have?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Since he was the only target, I think that added to the Lions' yards.
Fair enough.
You know, because like you have Jeffries and Marshall both playing. Like you have two. Yeah, I was gonna say it's like a 50-50 shot.
Plus, there's Fortes, the Bears.
Exactly.
So another game on Monday night was the Eagles and Cowboys. That was a crazy game. I got an Eagle fan over here. It was surprising. I don't know. A lot of like the Cowboys. I don't know. You would think they would come out, especially Thanksgiving. I think they have some crazy good record on Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
Tony Romo,
and they come out and take a shit on the field basically. And I think Cody, you brought up this first, like one of the first games that Murray didn't go over 100 yards or something, right?
Yeah.
second game.
Yeah, second game. Which is
The Cardinals game.
but he still balled out, so
Yeah,
Yeah, he still had a touchdown
Yeah.
at 70+ yards.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
I think they almost like just stopped giving him reps. Like Romo was
No, because they were,
especially when you're down what, like, I don't know, was it 20 points or whatever? You're going to start throwing the ball some more. You can't just keep running it with Murray.
yeah, before
yeah.
that game, Tony Romo had one loss in Thanksgiving. He was 6-1 lifetime in Thanksgiving before that game, and the Eagles were actually 5-0, now 6-0 in Thanksgiving, like in the 70 years of history of the Eagles.
Pretty sure the Bears are like 1 in 103. That one year or that one game was what, 85.
1985.
But
Eagles are some cannibal motherfuckers. Just tearing up turkey.
yeah, exactly. It's birthday. It was birthday.
Swooping turkeys.
What?
Some turkeys.
And going in the whole the week too, like everybody was talking about the Cowboys' defensive line, which I give respect. It was they're a really good line, but I think the Eagles' front seven is very underrated this year. I think they're one of the best units in the this year. I think they're second in sacks in the league right now, and they're like top 5 in rush per yards per rush.
I think what was more impressive to me was Mark Sanchez. Mark Sanchez just coming out. Everyone thought I thought that that's what I said in our picks. I didn't think Mark Sanchez can hang with Tony Romo in such a aerial battle, but it didn't. He stepped up and he did good. Which I give partially to LaShawn McCoy. LaShawn McCoy helped him out a lot. He ran all over the Cowboys. But I don't know. That was interesting. Can he keep it up through to the playoff run? I don't know. We'll wait and see. Can Nick Foles come back? I know there's reports saying Nick Foles might come back, but I don't know.
If he comes back, will Sanchez lose a spot?
Definitely. I think so.
I think so. I don't think he played enough to earn solidify.
Like, when is Foles coming back? Like, if Sanchez has 2 more awesome games like he has the past couple weeks, like, would it? Who would it go to? I
don't know. Chip Kelly could go to the hot hand, which he did last year with Nick Foles, but we'll see. And the thing about Sanchez, though, is the reason why he played really well, because we limited his throws, because in the second half he actually had 4, not a lot of attempts in the second half, because we just kept running the ball. Because LaShawn McCoy had a monster game.
Yeah.
In the second half.
I think that's what it was. I think McCoy just teared that Dallas defense, which in the beginning of the year everyone thought that they were going to have a shitty defense with, which they did.
Yeah.
He proved his point.
Yeah. All right. All right. So the next game, which I'm not really happy to talk about, but Niners got demolished, embarrassed by the Seahawks. It was just an ugly game all the way around. Niners couldn't do anything on offense. I think there was a stat that we couldn't throw. I think all of our passes were either 9 yards or shorter. It was just horrible, an absolute horrible. Kaepernick played horrible.
Kaepernick was what, 1 for 5 against
Sherman. 2 of those were interceptions.
Yeah, Kaepernick wasn't too good. I don't know why he kept throwing back over to Sherman, especially the night that you're having. If you know that you're having an off night, don't throw to the best corner in the league. It's just simple. Just don't.
I don't.
But
think,
I think the only way we were staying alive is our defense. Our defense held them to 1 touchdown. But I mean, if they get the ball all the time at the 40-yard line, they're bound to kick a field goal or do something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the 49ers defense they did a great job.
Yeah.
I mean, they were putting pressure on the ball. I got the sacks, but yeah, you're right. If you start on your half of the field all the time, your defense can only do so much.
And I got a retractor. I don't think Sherman is the best corner in the league right now. I think Revis is having an amazing year.
Oh, Revis is killing it,
Revis is
dude,
an
for
amazing
sure.
year. I think he's the best corner this year. Not taking away from Sherman, he's really good, but Revis is just having one of those monster years. And yeah, the Niners offense, man, it's
It's just not there.
not there. That's it.
There's a lot of reports coming out talking about Jim Harbaugh and this whole thing going down. Niner fans would know. Jim Harbaugh is tied at the hip. He brought Vic Fangio, which is our defensive coordinator, and Greg Roman in with him from Stanford to San Francisco. And I don't think that our offensive coordinator can just leave. I think Harbaugh's attached by the hip, and if our offensive coordinator goes,
Everyone goes.
everybody goes, and that sucks because everyone knows Harbaugh's brought us to the 3 NFC Championship games, brought us to the Super Bowl. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think Harbaugh? First off, do you think Harbaugh will stay? And do you think he has a chance at winning a Super Bowl? Not this year, but in the upcoming years with Colin Kaepernick.
Wait, is it Harbaugh's? Is he questioning staying or not?
Yeah,
Or,
I
like
think it's just the 49ers
49ers organization is questioning on getting rid of Harbaugh. I don't know. With his track record, I would feel like they may give him
One more year.
one more year, but he really needs to step it up the
Yeah.
next year.
Yeah.
I think you guys just have some injuries.
Yeah.
Like, it's just you have an injury year.
No,
And without the Kaepernick doesn't have the protection, he can't make his fancy moves. And I mean,
Yeah.
people figured him out. Like, they found his tendencies, and maybe he was just in the right place at the right time, and he's possibly just outrun the Magic,
Yeah.
the NFL has caught up to him, so to speak.
I think it's just one of those situations when he finally got his money, and he got his money. So
Got his money, got his
Yeah,
money.
that was the right-
exactly. Yeah,
Ripped his sleeves off of all of his shirts.
Just
so he
his
could
ego, pretty much.
just biceps all the time.
Ego, pretty much. But I don't think they should get rid of Harbaugh with his track record. He deserves at least one more year. But I do think they need to get rid of the offensive coordinator.
I don't think
See, you
it's-
can't just get rid of one without.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
It happens all the time.
Yeah.
But like Harbaugh is back, like the offensive coordinator and all that stuff so much.
That's Harbaugh's call. Then.
Yeah.
If they're gonna get, is he
I
gonna?
think JP kind of call it. It's an all or nothing kind of thing. They're going to keep them all and see what happens for one more year, or like slate clean and hit reset.
And to JP's question, I don't think he can make win a Super Bowl with Colin Kaepernick. To be honest with you, I really don't trust. I was never a big fan of Colin Kaepernick for a bit. Well, he had a really one good season, and then after that, he's just been like average, and this year is just below average. So he's just been on a decline.
I really think your offensive coordinator predicts how you play, and that's the thing. Kaepernick's he runs. He's a running quarterback. He's like RG3. He's like Kim. He's like the rest of them. But he hasn't run worth a shit this year. I mean, when we faced Seattle in the NFC Championship last game, Kaepernick had like 130 yards rushing, and he did none of that when we played the Seahawks this year. None.
And
He didn't even try. He didn't even attempt to run.
And yeah, that's one thing I kind of noticed is Kaepernick's kind of having an off year, but it's mainly just the play calling. Like there was it was like 3rd and 23, and you guys try to run it with Gore or Carlos Hyde or something like that. It's just like the play calling on the 49ers, I think, is what is killing Kaepernick.
No, I've seen some games, and he's made some. He has an arm, right? Like he's a huge arm, but sometimes he's just off. Sometimes he just misses target. Sometimes,
Quarterbacks do that. Quarterbacks do that.
He's not Aaron
Quarterbacks
Rodgers.
do that. I mean,
He's not
the best
He's
quarterback.
He's superhuman. He
Superhuman.
cheats. He's a cheater. He cheated.
He plays an all rookie.
Exactly.
Rookie Madden.
Exactly.
He says this.
He figured out the cheat codes of life.
That's enough 49 talk before I start slitting my wrists. So this past Sunday, Packers, Patriots lived up to all the hype. Packers took it though in Green Bay, but man, what a hell of a game! Brady, Rodgers, just going back and forth, it was awesome. It was a great game to watch. So I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you think this is like? Could this be the Super Bowl coming up in February? Do you think that the Packers are gonna? Do you think the Packers would have won that game in New England?
No.
Yeah. I'm a Bears fan. I'm sorry. The Packers look ridiculous right now.
I mean, I called it last game with the game call too. I feel like Aaron Rodgers is on it's his year right now, and then he has amazing wide receiver duo of fucking Jordy Nelson and Randall Cobb that he gets to throw to every single fucking game. He has targets at all times, and his offensive line is doing good work. They're giving him time. You give him time. You have that arm, and you have two wide receivers that run fast as fuck. They can pretty much beat out any safety or corner in the league right now.
Don't forget.
Damn.
Yeah,
Forget
and then
Eddie Lacy.
they have Eddie Lacy.
Yeah, and Eddie Lacy.
Healthy.
Jordy Nelson was running circles around Revis. You just saw that, right?
No.
I mean, from my point of view, he was getting the upper hand at least more than 50% of the time.
Of course, look at what happened to the
That one time.
Broncos. The Broncos had Peyton Manning last year, who was a godsend of quarterback, and that Super Bowl happened.
Actually, I mean,
And that's Aaron Rodgers right now. And that's Aaron Rodgers right now.
do the Nelson and Revis conversation. He wasn't running around. Dude, he shut down Nelson the whole first half, except that one play right before
And the
halftime.
thing is, like, if
That
he was
one
the safety
play.
that everyone says he is, that one play shouldn't have happened.
I mean, Jordan Nelson is good though. It goes back and forth. He wasn't running all over. Nelson had a decent game, not a Jordan Nelson game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that means Revis has his way with Nelson too. Nelson didn't run around Revis, you quote unquote. You said. I mean, you know what I mean?
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Ooh,
Wow, crazy block right there.
Michael Big Show.
That was Geno Smith.
Oh,
Number 7.
7-1, they look kind of similar, like from
But you're so used to seeing Michael Vick at 7. Though.
It was a hell of a game. It was a hell of a game. I think this could be the Super Bowl. Okay, so I think in the NFC, it goes through Green Bay.
It's gonna go.
It's going to go through Green Bay, and the Cardinals are falling out, which we'll talk about here in a second. But yeah, I think it's going through Green Bay and the NFC.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like a Madden quote. It's up to Green Bay if they're gonna let Lions hang around and compete with them. But if Green Bay keeps doing what they're doing, it's for sure. And I have a feeling. I hate saying it, but I think Green Bay's gonna take it all this year.
I mean, even that's what Roger, exactly to your point. That's what Roger said earlier today. He said, everything's in front of us.
Yep.
That's if we control our destiny. If they want to take it to the Super Bowl, it's all in front of them. So for the taking. So
I think the Patriots though on a neutral field is better. They played really close at Green Bay. Green Bay's just been blowing people out at Lambeau, and the Patriots was like down 1 touchdown at Lambeau. Imagine them at Foxborough.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been a totally different game.
no, yeah, Patriots are just. I don't know. It was a hell of a game. I would love to see a rematch in the Super Bowl. That would be
Hell
a
yeah.
crazy matchup. But
damn Patriots and Winter.
Yeah,
exactly.
they did lose to Manning though last year in wintertime of the AFC Championship game. So
Which will probably be the AFC Championship again this year.
yeah.
It's going to be for a long time if those two
Until-
quarterbacks stay.
Although they're like getting up there in age too.
I was just saying they're both like 103.
Yeah.
Looking spry for 103.
Tom Brady's older than Drew Brees.
Yeah, Manning is older than Brady. Yeah, so
How old is Manning? 40?
38.
38?
Yeah, Brady's
And Brady's
37.
37, and Drew Brees at 36.
Mhm. And then Aaron Rodgers is what, 29, 30?
Yeah, just about.
No, he's the youngling right now of the elites right now. Well, technically, I would say Andrew Luck is that, but like, Aaron Rodgers is the youngling of the elite.
Everyone's gonna sit behind Favre.
Yeah, Brett Favre retired when it was like 42, or something like
They came back.
that.
He came back.
No, I mean officially retired at 42.
He might still come back. You never know,
Yeah,
guys.
he could.
He's coaching now.
Him and Urlacher, I think, are talking about it.
No, he's gonna start coaching, and all of a sudden, one of his plays is he's gonna sub his quarterback real quick. He's gonna throw that one touchdown pass to win the game, and then he retires.
You see right there with a clipboard and the headphones.
So another interesting thing that happened this week, the 7-5 now, I think the Browns are. The 7-5 Browns, who've been great all year, took out Brian Hoyer and put in Johnny Man.
Balled out too.
Yeah, he had a rushing touchdown and
He had a money sign.
and the money sign. But the thing is, Hoyer's brought the Browns out of the deep depths of that AFC North.
He's
Brought them out of there, and Hoyer's took 10-4, 10-6,
10-5.
10-5 as the
Starter.
Browns starter, and he gets benched for a rookie.
Because he also tried his best for like 2 games now to lose those games. Like, tried his hardest to lose those games.
He did.
Three games in a row. But the team was like, no, stop it, Hoyer. You're drunk. Go home. Look at over this game. But yeah.
So that proposed a question. Do you think, and even the coach of the Browns, I think it's Pettit, I don't know his name. Anyways, he came out and said he still has not named the quarterback for this upcoming week. So this is the thing. Do you start? You are on the road to the playoffs. You control your own destiny, almost, give or take. They have a good shot of making the playoffs. Do you stick with the guy who's brought you there, who's, yes, he stumbled the past couple games, or do you switch to the rookie in Johnny Manziel?
I think they just put Johnny Manziel maybe to light some fire underneath the Hoyer's feet. And I bet they go with him this week. And obviously, if he starts to mess up again, then they'll throw Manziel. And then maybe that week they'll start with Manziel.
I mean, Hoyer now officially knows that
You can be replaced.
Yeah, like, oh shit, I was benched this week. I better get my fucking shit together, or else I lose my starting position.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's a good point.
I think it's gonna be a co-op. I think he's gonna be. I seriously do. I think he has to name the starter. He's drafting up a plan, and he's gonna use both of them. Maybe he'll start in. Like it's not. They're both gonna play. I think
At the same time.
not at the same time, but they'll share the position.
Johnny Manziel will be wide receiver for a play, and then they'll swap places.
They'll stand behind the center and like a shotgun. And he just picks which quarterback he wants to snap it to.
Didn't they try that already? Like Johnny Manziel, the trick play, running in the sidelines, like, what?
No, I think Cody's right. You never know. You might see both of them play.
I mean, if you're 10 yards out and Hoyer's not good in the red zone. Hoyer's good to get you to the red zone, and then he runs out of room. He got the long ball. Everyone just hangs out in the red.
Where Manziel can run it.
Manziel, he's gonna fake it, and he's gonna run up the middle. He's gonna shake and bait, and he's gonna get hit. And he's gonna fall in. He's gonna money sign, and they're gonna kick it off.
I think they're gonna go back to what brought him there. I think they're gonna put Hoyer in, and they're gonna ride the ship with him. They're either gonna ride it out or he's going down with the ship. That's personally, if I was a coach, that's what I would do.
You can't put all that pressure on Manziel right now. And if you do and he does do good, then great. But he's still a rookie. Like he's still a rookie.
Yeah, that's like throwing him into the wolves. I mean, you can't just throw him out there like that. Yeah. Especially in that tough division where everyone's fighting for positioning and playoff spot.
Well, didn't they do that with Kaepernick?
Kaepernick, he sat about a year back or a year behind Smith, and then Smith got hurt, and that's a whole different situation. When somebody gets hurt,
I didn't know he sat for a year. I thought that was a rookie year.
No, yeah, he sat for a year. So.
Missed it.
And missed the field goal.
That's his second miss.
Jets trying to lose this game.
Yep.
Really, this game?
Yeah, his second miss in the game.
Man, they didn't finish his ass in.
But
What other kicker do you have? You only carry one kicker.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
So here's another. We were talking about the Cardinals earlier. Do you think the Cardinals have lost 2 in a row now?
Mhm.
They just lost to the Atlanta Falcons, who are now at 5-8 or
Called
5-7.
it.
Leading the division.
So do you think that the Arizona Cardinals are in trouble? Do you think they're sinking? I mean, their quarterback Drew Stanton isn't playing like he was in the beginning of the year. He's throwing picks. He's very, very inconsistent. So do you think the Cardinals are in trouble?
I mean, they lost to a division leader, so. But yeah, I think they are a little bit in trouble. If you look at their schedule, 5-7 Falcons. If you look at their schedule, they play. Who do they play next? They have a tough schedule. I mean,
Okay.
I know they still need to play the Rams, which is a tough
That's
ask.
a tough-
That was a great
Put up
game.
a 50 burger versus the Raiders.
Not only that, but a shutout. And I know they played the Seahawks one more time, don't they?
Yeah, and they
Burger,
also play the
no
Niners.
carbs.
And the Niners. And then I think one more.
So Cardinals, right?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Cardinals.
Arizona
Yeah. So they have to play all 3 of their division rivals, and one more which I cannot remember. I think it's the Chargers.
I think you're right. I think they may have to play the Chargers
Yeah.
as well.
I mean, and the Chargers is not an easy out. I mean,
Yeah.
they showed their toughness against the Ravens.
So they go Chiefs, Rams,
Oh, Chiefs.
Seahawks, 49ers.
Oh,
So they play Chiefs next week.
So Chiefs, Rams,
Oh, no, they-
Seahawks,
yeah,
49ers.
yeah, they
That
don't
is
play the
not
Chargers.
an-
Oh yeah, they played the Chargers earlier in the yeah, that's not an easy schedule.
They could easily lose
out.
out and be out of the playoffs with that.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
It was like I think the last play. I forgot who it was, but the last playoff. I mean, last 9-1 team will missed the playoffs. It was like a while back. It was just you can come on. You're 9-1. You're gonna make the playoffs for that. But the injury to the quarterback, which is just still
So I bring up this question since the Cardinals are crumbling and they could lose out. Do you think that gives a chance for the Niners and Seahawks to make the playoffs, or do you think the Niners are just?
I think it gives a chance to the Seahawks, not for the 49ers.
well.
That's just an honest opinion.
I agree.
Yeah, because it gives a chance for the Niners to make it to the wild card. I think if they beat the Seahawks.
Well, I mean, they have there's 2-game separation between the 49ers and the Cardinals right now. So I feel like it's going to be the Seahawks take the division and Cardinals get that wild card if the rest of the division allows.
I really
Depending on the scores at the end of the year.
because it's not just a division that's vying for that wild card. You still got to consider the Lions.
Mm-hmm.
There's the Cowboys
Which-
vying for that wild card too.
Exactly.
So-
And even the Eagles, if they flip.
Yeah, flip flop. Yeah, Eagles. But
It's gonna be an interesting next 5 weeks left in the
4 weeks.
4 weeks
4
left.
weeks later. There's 4 games left. I think the Niners have a way easier schedule than the Cardinals too, though. Like, except for that Seahawks game. That's
That
like the
Seahawks
only
game.
outlier for the
Yeah,
Niners.
the Niners have the Raiders, the Seahawks, the Chargers, and the Cardinals left. So
Actually, no, that's not that easy. Actually, when you think about it, the Chargers not easy. The Cardinals, it depends how because you played the Cardinals last, right?
yeah, Cardinals are week 17 in Levi Stadium.
Yeah, you're gonna beat Oakland. That's a given. Seattle.
Don't put past Oakland.
Okay.
They won 8 games.
Yeah,
They got it in them.
and then after
It wasn't like a pushover game. It was
the next,
Kansas City.
I mean, yeah, they beat the Chiefs.
I mean,
it's not
the
an
week-
easy team.
the next week they lose 53-0. I think the Raiders.
Yeah.
I think the Raiders pretty much said like, "Hey, we got our win. We don't care."
Like,
It's
so-
over.
How
It's
big of
over.
a fuck you is that from the Rams? The Rams like, oh, you guys think you're good now? Huh? You guys won. Nope.
Hey,
It's a 50-game difference right there.
that's the Rams thing to do though. They suck up early in the season. They just make this run in the late season and finish 7-9 and barely miss the playoffs. Every year, that's the Rams, right?
That's the Rams. You nailed it on that. That's St. Louis.
And then the next year, everybody's gonna talk about, oh, the Rams are gonna be so good this year, and then they stink it up. It's like, oh no, and then they're gonna do good again. It's
Sam
a cycle.
Bradford gets hurt.
Yeah.
Oh man, they see the Rams play. Oh man, Rams are gonna be great. Then Sam Bradford trips over his shoelace, out for the season. Like,
Yeah, like, it's the cycle of rounds.
there goes the Rams.
Good old St. Louis Rams. All right, so I guess we can talk one more thing before we make the picks. Last week we didn't talk about fantasy, so we can get into fantasy. But before we get into that,
I don't want to.
we have some struggling fantasy people around here. But before we get to that, it's a little bit of story time about one of our number one fans out there that's been watching us.
Talking to you, UPS guy.
So UPS guy. All right, so listen up. Long story short, I was out in the front yard just sweeping away, doing my Mexican duties, and UPS driver drives by and yells something out. I don't know what he was saying. He was just yelling something out of his car or out of the UPS truck, and I was like, "What the heck?" And I realized I had my 49er hat on, and me still pissed off about that Seahawks game on Thanksgiving, thinking that he's a Seahawks fan talking shit. So I was like, man, fuck that guy, whatever. Next thing you know, he drives past again and see him and his driver giggling, laughing away, and it's a bunch of bullshit. I was seriously contemplating on calling up UPS and giving them a piece of my mind.
Well, shit, FedEx from now on.
Fuck UPS. FedEx all day. Fuck you. So later that night, I go up on YouTube, see how our podcasts are doing, and lo and behold, I get a comment on one of our podcasts talking about that. It was a guy saying, "Hey, that was me in the UPS truck. I like your videos. Keep it going." So much appreciated, UPS guy. Thanks for watching. We appreciate it. Keep watching. Keep liking our videos. You're the shit, man. Thank you. UPS all day. Fuck FedEx.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was a good little story time. So, but no, let's get into fantasy football now. I know some people are in, some people are out. I think we're gonna go around and say your locks of the week. So this this week, the week that just passed, your number one lock and your number one dud. So someone who excelled on your team, and then someone who dud. It doesn't necessarily have to be on the team, just a player in general.
No, let's do our teams.
Let's do
our teams. because our teams are very interesting. We have a lot of teams that one player did exceptionally well, and we had other players that did not do that didn't do a damn thing. You saw all the JP.
We're talking about our own fantasy. We're talking about our own fantasy football teams. I scored 142 points this week, so I balled out. But I have to say somebody that stood out to me the most in a losing effort, Le'Veon Bell just balled the fuck out. I knew he was going to do it. The Saints defense is absolute trash. He had 159 yards receiving, 95 yards rushing, and he also had a rushing touchdown. Surprisingly, this was Le'Veon Bell's only third rushing touchdown of the year. Believe that shit? He only had 3 rushing touchdowns.
Most of
the rest of them are receiving. He just balled the fuck out. So I would have to give that to him. My dud is Greg Olsen. He only had 59 yards, but he's the leading. It's the Carolina Panthers. They've been shitty all year, but he's normally a go-to, and if they were trying to get stuff together there in Carolina, it would have to go through at least through the air. Have to go through him or Calvin Benjamin. But yeah, he had a kind of a shit game. So did the Panthers. So Jackson.
No one. I had no good players. I had 58 points this week. 58.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Chris Ivory could have about 6 more touchdowns this game, and then I have a still losing score.
Yeah.
So going up against someone who had 138 points is ridiculous. But I guess my best player would be Foster. Foster at 15, coming back from his injury. So that's pretty good. But no. Best player, Robbie Gould, 5 points. Kicker for Chicago. Greatest player ever. Probably outscored all of my other Bears players. Forte and Marshall outscored them both.
Damn.
Almost combined. Hold on. No. Just kidding.
I assume those would be your
You
duds.
play against them.
No, my dud would be Kaepernick with a big old 1 point.
Oh,
Yeah.
What about the guy that got 0 though?
Oh, that was the backup tight end for Denver because Julius was out.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't expecting anything.
So
If he got me 1 point, I would have been excited. But nope. I'm gonna have to go with Kaepernick. Oh, Kaepernick with the 1 point, Forte with the 5 points, and Marshall for the 4 points. Yeah, they're all duds. Garbage.
Cody, let's talk about your team.
All right, man. So
The undefeated.
yeah, best player for sure, Andrew Luck.
Bullshit.
I
Damn it,
didn't get
man.
to watch. I didn't get to watch.
Fuck.
I didn't get to watch a lot of the games, but I did see his highlight. Just threw a 50-yard touchdown pass just because. that's what you gotta love about Andrew Luck right there. Like just you're open here, and it turns into a touchdown. Like just major points right there. And the worst for sure, Mike Evans. But then, come on, man. Like, think nothing happened. I don't know if he didn't get targets or if he just dropped or what his deal is. But
He had a couple targets and he didn't really come through. It's horrible. All right, Pablo, what do you think?
For me, I'll start with my dud. Fucking Jimmy Graham, not one single reception, not one. I don't think he got. No targets. He didn't even get targeted. It's fucking bullshit. And then, I guess my fucking kicker, man, he got 12 points. I mean, that never happens. So that's pretty sweet.
You have Hauschka?
No, I got Nick Novak. From,
My kicker has 15, so.
Broncos got me 13 points. Pretty sweet. So that was my 3 highest scoring players are my quarterback Russell Wilson, 16 points, my kicker 12 points, and the Broncos defense 13.
All right, we just need to know your stud and your dud, not your team.
I'll say Jimmy Graham. Instead, I'll say Nick Novak.
There you go. All right, Carlo.
My stud, it's been all year, is Antonio Brown. Got me 23 points. Although Kobe Fleener in the bench got me 24.
Rashawn Jennings.
But my dud is Andre Ellington. He got me 12 yards because he left with an injury.
If I would have played him instead of Javon Carter.
Those are our fantasy studs and duds. We're gonna start our picks. So we'll be right back with our picks of week 14.
I forgot to say this.
Has anyone seen Rory's
I benched Rashawn Jennings.
It's Rory and JP out of the playoffs to start bowling.
138 points.
Typical, man.
Rodgers, 24. Anderson, 23. Trey Mason, 33. Jeffrey at 19 points, even though the Bears got their asses kicked.
Yeah, they got
His defense scored 18 points. He's got 60 points sitting on his bench. It's ridiculous.
Right. For all those years all those weeks.
He does, dude.
It's fucking crazy.
It fucking pissed me off. If I would have played Rashawn Jennings instead of Giovanni Bernard, I would have won.
If I played Fleener, I would have won.
Oh, dang, yeah. Fleener fucking balled out.
No, I played pretty much the best team I could.
No, I had a lot of
I
points.
could put Jackson in over Marshall, and that would have given me 68 points.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
All right. Would have been a close game.
Whenever you're ready, Cody.
For what?
Make our picks.
Oh, they're gonna announce the records. Did you do that?
Nah, fuck it.
Oh. We should have that thing in NFL.com. Just put on your picks so you can track of it.
Nah, I'm good. Sorry, man. It's just like we go by the fly, man. You know.
JP, that's so funny.
That's true. I was like,
you're
just starting your team, man.
best and worst.
All right, we gotta get this going. Let's get this going. You still got the.
Well, see
YouTube?
about picking up some off the waivers, too. And, maybe get a backup kicker.
So I'm gonna carry 3 kickers. So. It's the ball strategy.
You ready, man?
Do you want me to cut this pizza?
I'll leave it to after the picks.
You know, kickers are it's a matchup thing. So look at that, man. It's about to win. JP.
Okay, we'll see.
Who's got the ball? Jets?
Jets.
Oh.
They just kicked
So make sure you scoot up a little.
Yeah, scientist.
Don't lean back.
Nobody
Even
needs
10
that.
minutes. You got even 10 minutes. Let's do this then.
All right.
He's always late anyway.
He's at work.
All right, y'all. So now we're gonna do. Let's do it. All right, y'all, welcome back. Now we're going to do some picks for Week 14 of the NFL season. Let's start off with the first one, Thursday night football. The Dallas Cowboys versus the Chicago Bears in Dallas. In Chicago. Cowboys are 3.5-point favorites. I don't know. This is going to be a close game. Cowboys struggled last game, but
Damn right.
It's in Chicago. But I still think with Murray on the ground, I think the Cowboys might take this. Jackson,
I'm gonna say the Bears, and I'll just stop.
are you serious with the Bears? Then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I have to go with the Bears.
Cody,
Cowboys for sure.
Cowboys.
Cowboys.
I'm in this with you, Jackson. The Bears, the Bears, the Bears, the Bears, the Bears, the Bears, the Bears.
No, I didn't even get it. I didn't pull it
I
out.
think- hey, I'm
home
comparing-
field. We'll be good.
Hey, Cowboys in Nate campaign. Come on, let's do this.
Alrighty. So the next game will be the 49ers and the Oakland Raiders. Niners are 7.5-point favorites. It's in Oakland. You guys know who I got. I got the Niners.
Just across the street.
We'll go with the Niners.
Niners as well.
Yeah, Niners.
I guess the Niners. I mean,
All right. So this is a pretty good matchup. Steelers and Bengals. It's going to be in Cincinnati. Bengals are 3.5-point favorites. I have.
this is tough.
Man, this is a tough game. The way Andy Dalton's playing, I have the Steelers.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's all gonna depend on what good quarterback shows up. Because really going to win. But I think I'm gonna go with the Steelers on this one.
Steelers.
I'll do the Steelers.
I'm actually gonna go with the Bengals on this one. They're playing at home, so I gotta take. It's a toss up. I gotta go with the home team.
You know what to do.
Woo!
All right. So now next games we have the Rams and the Redskins. It's going to be in Washington. In Washington. And St. Louis is 2.5-point favorites. Coming off a 50 burger on the Raiders. I don't know. The Rams aren't as good. Card is full. All right. Well, guess we're just talking to you now. I don't know. The Rams aren't as good as they are on the road at home. So I'm going with the Redskins.
I'm still gonna go with the Rams. You know, I liked what Trey Mason did last game. I mean, how can you not? He had like 1,000 points and 800 yards, exact numbers.
Yeah.
But I still think he's gonna have a good game
Miami just won.
this week again. So I'll go with the Rams.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
Going with the Rams?
I'm going with the Rams.
The Rams, man. Come on.
Oh!
And Dolphins just won.
Dolphins just took that. That's game over for the Dolphins.
And that means I won my first playoff game.
All right, so next game on the docket, we have the Giants and the Titans. Two teams just going south. They're two horrible teams. The line is even at the moment.
It's at Tennessee.
It's at Tennessee. I have to guess anybody. The Giants. I'm taking the Giants, I guess.
I kind of forgot the Titans existed.
They have given up.
Yeah, I was gonna say I forgot that they were
given
a team. But
I've legitimately given up.
I'll go with the Giants because
Giants.
Giants are stepping on some
Yeah,
Titans.
Giants.
I'm going with the Titans because fuck the Giants.
There we go. All right, next game we have
I like it.
the Panthers and the Saints. It's going to be in New Orleans, and Saints are 9.5-point favorites.
Jesus.
Panthers, man, they're looking all sorts of bad. I have the Saints.
yeah, I'll go with the Saints. It's gonna be an ugly game, both sides though.
Panthers.
Saints always win.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the Saints. Breeze is finally on a roll. I'm going with the Saints.
Whoop. All right, next game we got the Jets and the Vikings. It's going to be in Minnesota. Minnesota's 4.5-point favorites. Jets just lost this game at home. Ooh, that was a tough loss. But I think the Jets bounced back. I like what I saw from them tonight. I had the Jets beating the Vikings.
Nope, I'm going with the Vikings, actually. They're kind of coming together all of a sudden. It's pointless, but they are.
I like the Rams.
Jets.
Vikings.
I don't know why you like the Jets so much, man. I'm going with the Vikings.
All right. Hey, man.
Second week in a row, you pick the Jets.
They're doing okay. I mean, they're not horrible.
They're
They
two
could have won that game.
and 9. They're not doing okay.
All right, so next game we have the Ravens and the Dolphins. It's in Miami. Miami is 3-point favorites. I have the Dolphins in this one. I think they're gonna come out pretty nice at home too. They're gonna take care of business.
I'm going to go with the Ravens. You know, I didn't like what I saw, even though the Dolphins just won. I didn't like what I saw. And I think the Ravens are going to pull it out.
Is it in Baltimore?
No, it is in Miami.
Oh, I'm going with Dolphins then.
I'm going Dolphins.
Dolphins.
Yeah, I still have the Dolphins take one wild card spot, so I'm taking the Dolphins. Do you get the Dolphin?
So, yeah.
No, just keep it the Ravens.
Oh, you
He's the only one.
Oh,
Wait.
oh.
I'm in Baltimore, sorry.
You gotta do the Dolphins sound.
Huh?
You gotta do the Dolphins. There you go.
All right, next game we got Colts and Browns. It's going to be in Cleveland. Cleveland is 3.5-point favorites. Andrew Luck's going to throw a shit ton of touchdowns. I have the Colts. Jackson.
Yeah, I don't think the Browns can stop Andrew Luck. Colts.
Colts, man.
Yeah.
Andrew Luck show.
Andrew Luck, man.
Yeah, I had the Browns winning the division. I don't think it's gonna happen anymore. So, yeah, Colts.
Well, next game we got Bucks and Lions. It's in Detroit. Detroit is 9.5-point favorites. Megatron. They're just gonna go out. Detroit.
Yep, Detroit.
Detroit.
No. I think the Bucks.
We're going to beat Megatron in Detroit.
Yep.
Bet, all right.
I'm going with Lions.
Yeah, you gotta go with the Lions.
Got the lone wolf again. All right, so no, next game, Texans and Jaguars. Jaguars coming off their fresh second win of the year
Against the Giants.
against the Giants. Texans, Giants. I have the Texans. It's going to be in Jacksonville. Houston's 4.5-point favorites, but I still think Texans.
Yep, J.J. Watt's going to score multiple more touchdowns. Texans going to take it.
I do like the Texans as well.
Texans, yeah.
I'm taking the Jaguars, actually. I think they're going to be able to roll a little bit here.
J.J.
Sorry,
Watt's
no.
going to score like 6 more touchdowns.
All right, we got the lone wolf.
Woo!
Oh, dear.
That was
the
the game one. That was for Josh Gordon. That was for Josh Gordon.
All right, we got Bills and Broncos. It's going to be in Denver. Denver's 10.5-point favorites. Broncos. Are going to take this.
Yep, Broncos.
Broncos as well.
Yeah, Broncos.
There's no way the Bills are going to win this. Broncos.
All right. So now this is an interesting game after what we've been talking about. Chiefs and Cardinals. It's in Arizona. Arizona's only 1.5-point favorites. Chiefs coming off a tough loss versus the Broncos. I think the Chiefs steal one here in Arizona, so I go with Chiefs.
Yeah, no, I'll agree with you. I'll go with the Chiefs.
I think they're going to steal it too. I think the defense, Arizona's defense, can't handle the lack of offense.
I think Jamal Charles is due for a really big game.
I agree.
Travis Kelce, too.
Yeah, Jamal Charles is the only reason I'm picking the Chiefs. Because they're both struggling teams right now. But we got a running back like that, he's going to run through the Cardinals' defense.
Yeah, Chiefs is the one that's going to get off their slump. The Chiefs.
Right on. All right, next game we have the Seahawks at the Eagles. It's in Philadelphia, and Philly is 1.5-point favorite. I don't know. Seahawks coming off a huge win. Past 2 weeks, they're coming off huge wins. They beat the Cardinals, and they beat the Niners at home. 2 divisional wins. But the Eagles also coming off a big win versus the Dallas Cowboys. So this is two very good teams playing each other. I'm saying the Eagles because I can't pick the Seahawks. So yeah, Eagles.
Ooh, yeah, that is a tough one. I like what Sanchez is like. I think he's gonna have another big game. I think Sanchez will win the game for the Eagles.
Sorry, I gotta go Seahawks.
I gotta go Seahawks too.
Yeah, our defense is vastly underrated. The stats are just skewed because they play a lot of snaps. I think our defense is going to win this.
So Seahawks, okay.
Eagles.
So this is another interesting game. We got the Patriots and Chargers. It's going to be in San Diego. New England is 3.5-point favorites. This is an interesting matchup. I mean, New England has to come cross country to play the Chargers. So, but no, I still think Patriots. Again, one of the best teams in the league. I think they're going to take this.
Yeah, I think the Patriots will have it. I think they're a Super Bowl bound. So, Patriots.
I don't know. I think the Jets or Chargers are gonna upset it.
Bold moves.
I'm going for the Chargers too, actually.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think the Patriots are the best team.
Yeah, the Chargers is the upset of the week for sure for me.
I think the Patriots.
Second to the Bears.
All right, last game next Monday night, which will be here live, which you guys should join us. And comment your questions below if you have any questions for us you want to answer on the podcast. But Falcons and Packers, it's in Green Bay. Green Bay is 11.5-point favorites.
Divisional leaders, man.
Should be an easy pick. I have the Packers.
You know, last week a lot of people said Green Bay and the Patriots was the Super Bowl game. It's this week. The Falcons versus Green Bay.
This is
the premonition.
the NFC Championship game, right?
Right here. Falcons.
Okay.
Serious?
Serious.
There we go.
Super
Falcons.
serious.
All right.
Yeah.
Bold move,
Okay.
Move back.
Green Bay.
Okay. Go.
Because fuck the Falcons.
Well, y'all, so that is the podcast for
You gotta one.
that's the podcast for December 1st. Ball So Hard, week 13. That's about it. And you guys know what to do. The Brick Show!
The Brick Show.